starters have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the San Antonio Spurs here at AT&TCenter. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous drive and kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the four guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, San Antonio. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And right now for the Clippers, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Harrell. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in a point. And for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. White is out there with Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
You know, I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Harrell kicks to George. Pass to Leonard. 4 on the clock. From deep. That shot, no good. Nice D from DeRozan. To the inside. Stolen by Beverly. Here's George. And he banks in the layup.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Murray, the pass to White. Here's Pirtle, defended by George. Pirtle's shot is off. White against George. Here's Beverly, Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Murray. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Stolen by Beverly. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And out of bounds is San Antonio gains possession.
All right, a chance to look at stats for DeMar DeRozan. How last month turned out for him, averaging 17 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see from him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Good work there as it goes. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Great balance and body control for a big. Aldridge powers through some pretty good defense there.
George against White. Now, here's Zubac. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 3 on the clock. Left side, Leonard. It's stolen by DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Quick first step. This is why it's hard to stay in front of DeMar DeRozan.
Beverly against Murray. Here's Leonard. The rebound by the Spurs.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now, here's George. His last outing, he had 24 points. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard attacking. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
And here is Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. In the corner, George with it. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Murray. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Tries it from 19. Misses off the right iron.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Murray. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Murray. Passes it to Aldridge. 5 to shoot. Pirtle trying to get open. Aldridge, no luck. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Out to the right wing. Murray against Beverly. Murray kicks to White. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Leonard attacking and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call. I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
First one falls for him. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all three levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rudy Gay's checked in for Purdy. Bellinelli comes in for White, and it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
The NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Now Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And the first one drops.
Lou Williams has been a weapon off the bench for so long, and he has won 6th Man of the Year multiple times.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Lyles checked in for Aldridge. And it's Johnson in for DeMar DeRozan. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. And both free throws good for Lou Williams. And for Lou Williams, he is just instant offense when you bring him, Smitty, into the game.
And a lot of that is just his mindset. Lou Williams, once he's checked in, he is attacking at every given opportunity. Not everyone can be successful off the bench, but Lou Williams has made a career of it.
Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Johnson. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. The Clippers in second.
Now, they've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Paul George. 14th in steals, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Now here's Williams. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Bellinelli passes to Mills. Johnson outside. Spurs passing it around. Clock at 6. Mills. No good with the layup.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And that one goes long.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Goes up the baseline. The Clippers grab the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly. I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
Free throw good for Morris.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
And the Clippers making a change here. Shamet's checked in. That one misses.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Mills. Morris with the rebound. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Here's Mills. The Clippers getting the bucket. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
On the wing, Jackson. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. A rebound by the Spurs. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
You know, if you're cold from range, there are other ways to score. You can post up, dribble drive, get out in transition.
And so here are the Clippers following the bucket by the Spurs. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
1:56 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Gay. Misses off the left iron. Los Angeles leading by 6. Here's Shamet, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against San Antonio.
It was a busy rookie season for Landry Shamet. He got off to a hot start in Philadelphia, but was traded near the deadline to the Clippers. Slotted in as a starter there and looked great.
That free throw good from Shamet. And last year for Shamet, even with the trade from Philadelphia, still very productive.
Reason why the shooting from outside is what jumps out at you. Rarely do you ever see a rookie come in and shoot over 40% from deep like Shamet did.
Both good from the line that time.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Spurs trail by 8. Mills with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taken on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Spurs trail by 9. Mills looking it over. The pass to Bellinelli. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Williams. 5 on the clock. From the high post. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Williams. And that one good. And now an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Mills. He's got 5.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
Clippers on defense. 10-point lead. Johnson finds Gay. Five to shoot. From 15 feet away. Jump shot is good that time.
High percentage look for mid-range. Rudy quick into the air and accurate from that distance.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Right side Jackson. The 19-foot shot. The rebound by Johnson.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And here's Gay from deep. That shot is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining. And we see it over and over again.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for San Antonio, Rudy Gay is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Johnson, then there's Bellinelli, and it's Mills in at the point. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Williams dishes to Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player, but he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
And he makes the first. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I could step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Now here's Murray. Shot from 16. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that game against the Kings, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Jumps up, and it's Murray with the jam.
I'll tell you, DeJounte Murray puts a lot of pressure on your defense, whether it's in half court or in transition.
Now here's Jackson. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Beverly, good on the shot. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Aldridge. The Clippers getting the bucket. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Misses the three.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And stolen by White. The kick out to Aldridge. DeRozan in the corner. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jackson passes to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Down by 12. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Now Beverly following Rudy Gay's 3-point attempt. Pass to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Gay dishes to Murray. Outside Aldridge. Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Clippers leading by 12. Jackson passes to Leonard. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. And San Antonio shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Murray kicks to White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Beverly against Murray. Now here's Beverly, guarded closer. Here's Leonard. Over in the corner, Green. This one for 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Gay's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for White. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Murray. Outside Aldridge. DeMar DeRozan on the wing, defended by George.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Oh, Leonard in position.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Murray, here we go. Chalk up 2 there. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
There's the floater game. Murray incredibly smooth in everything he does.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another.
Oh, that is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
Yes. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Spurs trail by 11. Now Murray. He has 6. Here's Gay. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Leonard's gone 6 of 13 here. That's 46% field goal percentage. Aldridge dishes to Murray. Back to Aldridge. All alone. And the shot goes in. Aldridge has got 6.
This is easy offense. Hard to stop Aldridge off the catch. Too skilled, too talented.
Murray against Beverly. In the corner, Harrell with it. The feed to George. It's stolen by DeRozan. Aldridge against Harrell. And the rejection by Zubac.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Murray with it. Pass to Aldridge. Gay outside. He feeds it to Poeltl. And the rejection by Zubac. And George, here we go. Murray with the defensive effort.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Over Beverly. Murray, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
And it's in there.
I like this from Murray. This is what the team needs from him. He's a catalyst.
Now, here's George. He's got 6. Zubac kicks to George. Beverly deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline try. Count that bucket. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Johnson comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. The Clippers also making some changes. Morris is checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Johnson outside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Spurs trail by 13. And here's Mills. He has 5. Passes it to Lyles. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Lou Williams. Steve, when you think about underrated stars in the NBA, who comes to your mind?
Drew Holiday for me is one.
Yes.
Mike Conley is another. Even a guy that gets a lot of praise, I still don't think he gets enough, is Klay Thompson, especially on the defensive end. It just scratches my head that he's really never made an all-defensive team selection.
It's nice to see underrated guys like Chris Middleton and D'Angelo Russell get all-star berths for the first time.
Yeah, those two are coming on as well.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Clippers leading by 11. Here's Shamet. 6 points for him. Outside, George. 1:53 left here in the second. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
George against Bellinelli. Here's Pirtle, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Pirtle's got his first points in this one. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Williams kicks to Shamet. On the wing, George. 6 to shoot. Harrell down low. Defended by Pirtle. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. A reverse, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist from Williams. And that's now 6 points from Montrezl Harrell. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Mills passes to Pirtle. Now Mills. 5 points in the game. Bellinelli with it. Back to Mills. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
This is what we talk about, value in each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Jackson, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Here is Williams. He's got 6. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Mills with the steal. Here's Johnson. Another one falls for San Antonio. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. On the wing, Morris. The three kept alive. Here's Williams, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
Well, it's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates start getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 9-point lead. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
I'm not surprised. Kawhi Leonard usually getting it done on both ends can give you 20, 30, 40 points a night and lock down the opponent's best scorer. True superstar, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Los Angeles leading by 9.
Last season, it took some time for the Spurs to gel with the early injuries and new faces. They played their best basketball down the stretch. Took the second-seeded Nuggets to 7 games.
So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Zubac in at the center. In the back half of last season, the Spurs posting a 9-game winning streak. Steve, what changed for them?
You know, Kevin, for me, they toughened up their defense. They moved Jakob Poeltl into the starting lineup at the 5 position. And they found that chemistry and they got going.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Well, Smitty, the game is evolving. We know that. New moves and techniques developed. Talk about some that have grown in popularity since the time of your retirement to now.
You know, the step back is one, and then also the step back is one. The Euro step, and I think also guys right now being able to launch their bodies into guys. I don't want to say it's a move, but that's how guys are playing. Because you can't hand check, guys are throwing their body into the defender on the move even more.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set, and you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you begin to compromise spacing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Now here's Murray. Stolen by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball, and he makes that one. George has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
And there's the pass to Aldridge. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No, he's standing 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan. LaMarcus Aldridge prefers playing power forward, but make no mistake, he has the size to hang with the big dogs at center.
And he makes the first. And with his height and reach, not many that can block Aldridge's turnaround jumper.
His release on his jump shot is so high. The rainbow arc, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
So he gets them both.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Here's George. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Beverly against Murray. Pass to Purdy. Outside DeRozan. Over Harrell. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Aldridge. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Spurs shooting 43% from the floor. Murray surveying the D. White the pass to Purdy. And Aldridge slams it in.
Keep it going to the hot hand, and when Aldridge is on, he is on.
George against White. In the corner, Harrell with it. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Aldridge finds White. To the paint, here's DeRozan. No good, shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Murray outside. White the pass to Murray. The dish to Pirtle. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And George kicks to Beverly. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. And Smitty, with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Pirtle. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Green's checked in. Both free throws good from Beverly.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Gay outside. Pass to Aldridge. Over Green. Aldridge, no luck. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Leonard dishes to Beverly. Stolen by Gay. Murray against George. Murray the pass to Gay. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
And Harrell slams it in.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Clippers leading by 18. And here's Beverly. Feeds to George. And stolen by White. By himself. And it's Murray with the jam.
Attacking, putting his handprint all over this game. He has that ability from a point guard to jam it home.
And Beverly kicks to Green. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he's able to get it back. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Outside, George, and stolen by Murray. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Murray with the ball. DeRozan's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. There's Green with the 3, and it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Spurs passing it around. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by George.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
A different look now for San Antonio. Bellinelli comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Harrell. Down low. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Spurs trail by 18. Here's Mills. He has 5. Here's Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Smooth off the pick. Aldridge knew he can get an opportunity to finish there.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Launches it. Hits it from 3-point range. And that's now 7 points for Reggie Jackson.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
DeRozan passes to Mills. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Aldridge. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Green's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Gay outside. The pass to Aldridge. Won't go in for the 6th time in 14 shots tonight. He's made 8. George dishes to Jackson. On the wing, Williams. DeRozan defending, and the shot is good. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
Here's DeRozan. 8 points for him. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Trey Lyles checked in for San Antonio. Johnson comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
The Spurs in a transition period. No Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, all retired or have moved on. Interesting to see how they stay competitive.
And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Aldridge.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Will it go? And it's sent back by George. And he recovers it. Nobody near Gay. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. He's got 7.
And that's just a good-looking shot. Gay's always had a good-looking jumper.
Steve, the Spurs have great consistency, but you have to wonder, how does this team find its way back into title contention?
Yes, Kevin, great question. Losing Kawhi Leonard, it really hurt the San Antonio Spurs. This organization has to do some soul searching on how that went bad. But how they do it, they have to draft great again. They have to keep developing young players, and that chemistry has to continue to be elite.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Now Mills. He has 5. Pass to Gay. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Mills with it. Here's Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
George passes to Leonard. Misses from close range. And it's Mills with the ball for the Spurs. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Johnson can't hit. Clippers leading by 23. Here's George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And that's 18 points for George. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Gay, and the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Johnson finds Mills, and here is Lyles. Here's Gay. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Williams passes to Leonard. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
And stolen by Williams. Jackson down low, covered by Mills. George passes to Morris. Outside Leonard. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Tries again. And the jumper is good. Leonard's got 23.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Bellinelli. Back to Mills. Passes it to Lyles. Just 5 to shoot. He can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. Williams for 3. Gay with the defensive effort. And for the Spurs, the shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. To the middle, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
George passes to Williams. Leonard kicks to George. Over Bellinelli. And he overshot that one, missing. Leonard against Gay. Lets it go with the 3. And the miss. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Lyles. Johnson is out there with Medu, and it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Lyles. Johnson outside. The pass to Medu. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. The Clippers shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Magruder's got his first points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Spurs shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Left side, Walker. Shoots over Shamet. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Here's Los Angeles now. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Magruder. Back to Shamet. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25, just something in place to help these guys, especially with some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And what was more fun to watch last season than Patrick Beverley checking Kevin Durant in the playoffs?
Patrick Beverley's energy and fight gave the Clippers a chance every night. Obviously, the Warriors' talent won out, but the Clippers made them work every step of the way.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Cabangeli, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Pass to Medu. Here is Forbes. Shot clock at 6. And it's Shamet with the rebound. The Clippers have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs. To the wing on the left. Well, we see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the third and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
Here's Magruder. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's Magruder missing. Spurs have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. That one good for 2. Walker's got his first basket.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Now, here's Shamet. He dishes it to Patterson. Here's Cabangeli. The Clippers need to get off a shot. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Walker. Johnson outside. Unloads. The Clippers grab the miss. Morris has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Magruder, that's good. Magruder's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Walker against Morris. Left side Walker. Clock at 4. Knocked away. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now Shamet. In the corner, it's Patterson. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with two hands on that stuff. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Shamet. Walker dishes to Forbes. Down low. Banked in off the glass.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Shamet with it. Passes it to Magruder. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Spurs have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Shamet, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul against the Clippers. Well, NBA offenses requiring spacing, and Bryn Forbes, a shooter who cannot be left open.
Not at all. He's a gunner, still rounding out his game, but the foundation laid is with his marksmanship.
First free throw is good. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Magruder. San Antonio with the rebound. Johnson outside. Dishes to Forbes. Now the pass to Medu. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
To the paint, here's Walker. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Walker, and Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Shamet up top. To the wing right side. Cabangeli passes to Patterson. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Walker. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And it's Mills with the ball for the Spurs. Tries it from 9. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Now, here's Shamet. Pass to Magruder. Well, were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. It's deflected. Pushing it up. Puts up a three. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Mills. With the teardrop, and the layup is good.
Nice choice by Mills, a guy who loves the pull-up jumper. The floater is very close to that.
And here is Shamet to the right side. To the inside. Here's Walker. Finished off the break. Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now Mills. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Magruder, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
And San Antonio has possession. Mills with it. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education, I love that type of compensation.
Shamet on the wing, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Shamet. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:31 left in the 4th.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Paul George.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Inside, it's stolen by Green. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shamet on the wing. Pass to Kabengele. Shot clock at 5. They get it again. That one, no good. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
And it's Walker penetrating. Pirtle. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.